Hi, it's Lori with Positive Thanks Living. Just coming quickly to you to talk about embossing. This is a machine, a very simple machine. I think it has rollers in the inside. It's called Texture Boutique. Our daughter bought it and while we were traveling. And I use it to emboss these glassine bags that the little hymn journaling booklets are tucked into. And you can see there's different textures, and it's fun to do. It's easy to do. It's something you can do mindlessly, maybe when you're watching television or something like that. The glassine bags, they begin, now you can buy them in all different shapes, all different sizes. This is the size that I have. It works for me. I usually put tags in them. You can emboss a envelope on it or do washi tape in an image. So I use it for all kinds of different things. This is the way it comes. It's flat. And to emboss, it's very simple. You have different embossing folders. So this is the leaf, this has a paisley, this is a rose. Now most of these that Sarah had bought are called Cuddle Bug, the make of them. This one is a Lifestyle Crafts. As you can see, it's the shape and the size that can go through this opening. If you have a different machine with a larger opening, then you can have a larger folder and you can emboss a larger piece of paper. These are the ones that I have, or Sarah bought, that they've come to live at my house, let's put it that way. Let's do my favorite one at this point, are the leaves. And this is called a sandwich. That's what they called it when I watched the YouTube informational videos. You sandwich your little whatever you want to emboss between the embossing folder. Now I tuck this down because if I had put it in fully, then more of the bottom of the bag would not be embossed. I try to be sure that the opening is on the top so that as you emboss, one side is raised, one side is depressed. And I like it when the front of what I'm embossing is up, and you'll understand when you see it go through. I put one of the plastic plates down. There's something called a shim, because what I'm embossing is very fine, very narrow. It's not a thick card. So you need a little extra pressure as you go through the embossing machine. You close up the sandwich, you turn the little handle, and as you can see, the embossing folder sandwich thingy, as you turn the handle, it comes through. It's fed through automatically. Pull it out. Our 4-year-old grandson loves to do this. He'll come and say, "Can we use Auntie Sarah's machine?" Of course, I let him. So you pull it out and see, it goes from flat and uninteresting to embossed. And that's where I put my stuff inside. Very simple. Now, if you wanted to emboss something else, for example, this is Teadyed paper. It's a double thickness, but it won't be any problem. I can put it in there. I've already measured so I know that it will fit in the folder properly. And to put it through, it's the same process. You tuck it in, you roll the handle, it comes out the other side. It's a little more pressure to push it through because it's not as thin as the glassine bag. But when it comes through, you open it up And there, instead of plain paper, you have an embossed sheet. So that's really fun to put into a journal. Makes something interesting. And if you were to use distress ink, you could just use the sponge and very lightly. It will emboss only, it will color only the raised portion, which makes a really cool kind of effect. Now let's say I wanted cardstock. So this is a little heavier. I'm not sure the amount of cardstock. Obviously it's more narrow than the folder and it's longer. So what will emboss will only be this amount. So I'll show you how that goes. Now I'm not sure I would need the shim to go in there, that extra white piece, but I'm going to put it in anyhow and just see whether it'll go through. Sometimes if it's too thick, the rollers don't catch immediately. So you sort of push it a little bit, help it along. That works. And there you go. There's the cardstock. Cool, huh? And if I wanted just little pieces, then this is cardstock. This is leftovers from the folders that I'm doing. Now let's say I wanted the other way, so that the raised part will be on this side and the depressed part will be on that side. I have to find the correct word. I'm not sure I know what the correct word is for which side. Maybe you can leave a comment. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that has been subscribing. I am not a professional at this at all. I'm learning, watching other people's YouTube videos. It's been a fun journey. It's kept my hands and my head occupied. So this time, the embossed part is depressed and the raised part is on the non-patterned side. So that is what embossing is. And the folders that I'm making with the hymn journals in them are, I have a number of different folders that I've chosen that I like. And I'm choosing not to decorate the outside of the folder, the glassine bag, because I wonder whether whoever gets these will want to do something else with it. Anyhow, thank you. There's my timer. Have a good day. It's Lori at Positive Thanks Living. Bye-bye.